It's time for the SVU After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. We are talking season 19, episode 9, Gone Baby Gone. We're going to talk about Noah. He's gone. What happened? He's fine. Calm down. Stick around.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello and welcome to the SVU After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. If you haven't already,
From
go to
executive
YouTube.
producers Maria Manu.
Hello. Another voice has joined us. Go to youtube.com, search for the SVU. Nope, search for AfterBuzz TV's drama channel. That's where you find SVU. I'm putting it all together. I'm Yael Tygiel. I am joined by Taylor Gates.
What is up, guys?
Hello.
Hey.
It's been a whirlwind.
It has.
Noah's gone.
Oh my god.
Oh, baby Benson. That's right, we're talking 1909. Gone, baby, gone. Before we jump into this episode, I'm going to let y'all know right now, this is the Rain Hotline, which has nothing to do with this episode, but if you were assaulted or are in need of someone to talk to, call 1-800-656-4673, 1-800-656-4673. Oh, I'm hearing voices in my head.
Yeah, me too.
Listen to that. I hope y'all didn't hear that. Great. Also, I'm going to be real honest. This episode has a lot to do with the child. Those who know me know how I feel about children.
Yael loves them.
Going to say a lot of terrible stuff, so you've been warned. Great. Thoughts on this episode?
It was a fine episode. I wasn't on the edge of my seat or anything. I didn't think they were going to kill Noah off or anything. So I was like, I think he's going to be okay. And I did kind of see the twist coming just because if you introduce, like, all of the red flags we've had for Sheila, like, she's shady. Like, we know she's a snake.
So here's the thing. We start with a previously on that is 100% Sheila.
Yeah.
That in itself tells you it's her.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if it was previously on and it was, like, stories of Benson and Noah and, like, the case with Benson.
That's a good detective work. That's so true.
I'm a great detective. I've seen 19 seasons of SVU. But if they had made the previously on a little more Noah focused, but included the Sheila stuff because it's relevant, then it wouldn't have been such an obvious twist. But I will say that this entire season leading up to Noah being kidnapped, I didn't think it would be her. I thought that was too obvious.
Really? I guess that's true. It could have been like she was a suspect and then it was a twist. I see what you're saying there.
I would have loved it if the first time I saw it, I remember thinking like, what if they assume it's Sheila, but it turns out that it's someone from Ellie's life that is doing this to frame Sheila or something.
But she wasn't even really a suspect at the beginning of this episode, which is, okay.
How you know they're a suspect?
Right.
All right, so we opened with our frantic mall search. That's most of my notes is frantic mall search.
Yep.
Sheila then remembers. Oh my God, I live 2 blocks away.
That was my note. I said, you just now remembered that? She's also in a trench coat, which, like, if you're not Sherlock Holmes, like, shady, red flag.
They were buying a winter coat.
No, she was in a full-on trench coat.
It's winter there. It snows or something.
I don't know.
We don't know. We live here. What do we know?
It was a costume decision that made me suspicious.
Oh my God, I live down the street.
Doesn't Olivia know where she lives too by
now? I don't know.
Noah slept over at her house. She has to.
But maybe Sheila brought her and
I guess.
Maybe.
You would think that Olivia would have been to her house too.
Right. But, oh my God, I live 2 blocks away. I forgot. So then all of a sudden, Sheila also remembers at Starbucks a man with a brown bomber jacket and mutton chops. I would like to clarify when we meet this man that A, that is not a bomber jacket. That is, in fact, a leather motorcycle jacket. And B, the mutton chops were fake.
They were fake. I also thought it was pretty great how they clarified that it was a Starbucks. Like, it's weird that they didn't say coffee shop. Like, whenever there's brand names, like, did Starbucks sponsor this? Like, what's the deal?
Excellent questions.
I just wanted to know.
I agree. But more importantly, that's not a bomber jacket.
It's not a bomber. I was thinking that too. I was like, that seems pretty leather.
Yeah, so I'm not a fashion person. Not at all.
What?
I know. It's so surprising. Me and my t-shirts. Don't know fashion. Do know that's not a bomber jacket.
Yeah, because I was really expecting something different, and that came on. I was like, I don't know that's it.
Yeah, which is why, like, the fact that Sheila said bomber jacket. Like, I know I'm harping on this, but, like, oh, brown jacket
Right.
would have been sufficient.
And the fact that I didn't know what mutton chops were before this. I'm not gonna lie to
Really?
you. I didn't. I was like, what does that mean? I would have just said sideburns or something.
Yeah, but you've seen mutton chops.
I've seen them, but I don't think I've ever put a word to them.
They're called mutton chops.
Okay, well, you learn something new every day
On SVU.
on SVU.
So then it turns out everyone saw him not with a white guy, but with a Latino guy.
Hispanic. I mean Latino. Okay, dude. That was your one line. Like, you made it count. Like, I was so funny.
And then they find the big jacket in the trash can, and there's a video of Noah and some guy, and he's wearing a blue hoodie. Are you sure it was black? Are you sure he was wearing a black shirt? Because all of a sudden he's in a blue hoodie. You're a liar, Sheila.
About the shirt. That's the important thing
Yeah.
that you lied about. It was premeditated, though.
Yes, I did appreciate that got us to that point.
Right.
That this wasn't some random abduction.
Sure, and the fact that he didn't fight, we see on the security cameras, that was
That
very
he, like,
important.
gets into the car knowing full well he's fine.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I like the guy, shout out to the fake suspect who was just trying on pants for an hour.
The guy with the mutton chops.
Yeah. Because his mom was at Whole Foods and he didn't want to go to Whole Foods.
He's in this motorcycle club, so we try to butch it up on the weekends.
Yeah. Okay.
No, sir. Take those stupid mutton
I think
chops
I need
out.
to know more about him. Just for my own personal satisfaction.
Ridiculous. So the car is parked at a bus stop, and they buy bus tickets to Pennsylvania.
Scranton.
Specifically?
Yes, I just remember because I was in the show Rise that I used to watch, and so it really stuck with me.
Speaking of Rise, stick around later for news.
Heck yeah.
So then they're not on the bus. I really appreciated that. It made me realize that if I ever want to disappear, to definitely buy a bus ticket and then not get on the
Right?
bus.
That was a smart move.
It was it really made it seem like the people who were involved in this kidnapping really thought it through. Like, it was
they did.
well planned.
So, yeah, for sure. Can I also just say that was like the cleanest bus I've ever seen? I was like, well, this is in pristine condition.
Okay.
It just looked so clean to me.
It did?
Yes.
It looked empty to me. It looked like the kind of bus where I would go, yeah, we're not taking this bus until it's full. There were like
Yeah.
rows of empty seats.
Yeah, there was very few. I guess no one wants to go to Pennsylvania.
I mean, but also, why was everyone sitting like everyone? Get your own row if there are that many rows.
Yeah, unless they want to couple it up, you know.
Couple it up in the back where there's 4 seats.
This is a good point.
Yeah. I
But-
think these things are.
These are the details that matter,
This
guys.
is-
This is
yeah.
hard hitting.
SVU. Also, a child was abducted as part of this story.
Right.
Meh.
Sure.
Who cares?
The B story or whatever.
Let's talk about things that matter for a second. Taylor,
Okay.
why don't you take that paper for me?
Yeah, let's do that. AfterBuzzers, our network produces after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows. From dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more, there is no network that works harder to serve television fans. But we need your help. We are asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that is tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. Win-win situation here. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be, because they are completely optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel and check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did so in the comments and we'll be forever grateful for you guys. For now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us to be the ESPN of TV talk. And we're on iTunes. You should rate us 5 stars on iTunes too. We are everywhere.
Thank you, Taylor.
Of course.
Let's get back to this car. Finn goes to the dealership, finds out that there's a car seat box in the trash can.
There was.
There was.
They didn't do well with their trash in this episode though. Everything else was planned pretty well, but like they left it in the most obvious trash cans.
Yes, like the jacket was in the trash.
That's what I'm
and then
saying.
the box.
Like they didn't get rid of things the right way.
Yeah, I agree. The box being in the trash can, I feel like up until that point, everything was perfectly planned and there was no way to connect him to Sheila.
Right.
This was 100% the thing that connected him to Sheila.
Exactly. Just take the box with you. What's the big deal?
Well, then it would have been in the car.
That's true. Well, you just drag it around.
It's
Burn
paper.
it. I don't know.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Burn it. It's paper.
You guys must have a match somewhere.
So the sticker from the box takes us to the store. Who purchased it? Sheila Porter.
She did. And can we also just talk about how they described the car, because it was amazing? It looks like his mother-in-law, but runs like that Bolt kid. Love. That favorite one-liner of the episode, I think.
Good.
Yeah.
Good line.
Thank you.
So then Benson and Finn break into Sheila's place, and she took the photo of Ellie. She's never coming back.
Ever.
Because that's the one thing that she cared about, is a photo of Ellie.
Like, do you not have an iPhone with
I was like,
Facebook
I'm sorry, you
photos?
definitely have photos.
Like, she was a pretty hip grandma, you know?
But also,
She's definitely on Facebook.
you only brought one photo of her?
There's only one in existence. They grew up in,
Like,
1930.
But also, Benson could give her photos, right? They have all of her head mugshots.
Honestly, there's photos online. Like, you didn't have to take the photo.
But also, there's the photo of her dead body. Like, there's a photo.
And also, if she loved this photo, why wouldn't it have been in her wallet or something?
It was too big. It was a big photo.
Shrink it down. Go to CVS. You can do that.
Also, phone.
Yeah, this is we're getting stuck
iCloud.
on the wrong things. They're in the cloud, okay?
Okay. This episode, I have a lot of unhappy thoughts.
Qualms.
I keep making that sound because I'm like, who cares about the kid?
I mean, Olivia does.
I think this episode, it could have gone so dark and crazy. Like last season when I really wanted him to turn out to be a sociopath. When they had this stupid episode about the rape gene, which I was like, what are we, season 1? But I really would like Noah. Something has to happen to Noah. And I feel like this is the something happening to Noah. And I'm like,
It is.
he's fine.
He is actually like completely fine.
He was
he got a
oblivious
milkshake.
at the end.
He's fine.
Okay.
He's happy camper.
Let's keep going. So we talked to Sheila's lawyer, who gets us to the PI, who said she wanted fake passports. Somehow that gets us to the gardener.
Yeah.
That jump was interesting.
I really didn't even notice it the first time. I was like, wait, what? Who is this?
Yeah, so because this time I wasn't just watching to enjoy, I was taking notes.
Right.
I went, how did we get from PI to some guy in Boston to the gardener?
I don't really know, honestly. I couldn't actually tell you.
I rewound it, watched it 3 times.
Yeah.
We somehow get to the gardener. So his daughter is there. I like that she warned her dad.
I loved the daughter character. She was sassy. She was wonderful.
I really wish she had gone to law school. It would have just made that scene like a tiny bit better.
She was young though, right? She was kind of too young for that.
Yeah, but if they would have said she's like gonna go to law school, I would believe it, because it would have been just a little bit added to it had she been like, you can't do that, I know my rights.
Right. No, she was my favorite. She was probably my favorite part of this episode. She was cracking me up.
Absolutely.
She's wonderful.
So the gardener was away at a show, at like
in Nashville, a trade show. For gardening equipment?
Yes.
Okay.
So then when they're on the phone with Benson, she says, keep pressing him. You're not a cop in New Hampshire.
Yeah, I loved that.
I don't know that that's how that works.
I don't think it is, but I still loved it.
Also, regardless of them being police officers, they can't break the law. You know what I mean? Like,
they got in a bar fight last week.
That's true.
So I don't think they care anymore.
Well, so they're now holding this man against his will. So,
And like
so that's a hostage situation.
Right. And threatening to arrest his daughter.
And they hit him. I love when Rollins backhands him.
She was great in this episode.
It was so good.
She was savage.
Okay, so then it turns out that he's sleeping with Sheila because she treats him like a person. Because that's all you want to look for in a partner.
Yeah, I don't care about anything else. As long as you treat me like a person, we're good.
Bare minimum. Guys, that should be your bare minimum.
Honestly.
So then they threaten to arrest the daughter. I love that. I think that was the best twist.
I agree.
Oh, you're not talking? Fine, she's under arrest.
Right? Because at first I was like, oh, she's just like this girl who can hold her own and, you know, bring some fire to it. But then they like turn it around and like use her. And I was like, whoa.
It was great. I think this whole scene was maybe the best part of the
I agree.
episode.
I liked it a lot.
So he thinks that Sheila's in his cabin and waiting for him because they're going to Montreal. So we go to this cabin, and it's a storage unit, not a cabin.
Yeah, it's like a real junky.
Yeah, there's a mattress on the floor. He thought that that's where Sheila and the child were staying.
Well, Sheila seems too good for that.
Sheila seems like a snob, right?
Yeah, which, can I just say, loved her lawyer with that pantsuit. That was like a plaid pantsuit. Like, I just want to shout her out because that was a great outfit.
The fashion in this episode.
It was just so controversial.
A bomber jacket, a trench coat, a pantsuit.
It was important. Props to you, costume department.
You just yelled at them about the trench coat earlier.
I liked the coat. I just thought it was shady.
All right. So Sheila played the gardener. I'm so surprised.
What?
So she's off at her sister's cabin. Luckily, she told us about her sister.
Yeah, and a completely random moment. And I was like, okay, you should maybe think about this.
Hey, I'm going to give you a clue that later is going to make sense. You're welcome.
And Olivia cuts her off. It's so funny, like, the way she mentioned it, though. She's like, where's Noah? Where's Noah? And she was just like, one time I went to my sister's cabin. I'm like, Sheila, why are you talking? I don't know.
Because she wants to get caught.
I guess
so Benson goes, we have this standoff, and they argue about being blood or a judge says you're a parent.
Yep.
What did you think of this whole interaction where Sheila's like, you'll never understand. He's my blood. He's part of me.
Okay, I guess it wasn't out of character because we've had these seeds sort of ish planted, but at the same time, like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like something she would necessarily say. I don't know.
I think it felt in character. I just think the whole argument of blood, like, that to me is a stupid argument.
I agree.
Someone being your relative just because you've passed down genes to someone who passed down genes to someone.
Right.
That does not make you family.
I agree. I mean, I like the argument for the sake of, like, oh yeah, adoptive family is definitely family. Like, it doesn't matter if you're blood related. But I also feel like it's a bit overdone. Like, that exact line, I feel like it's been on, like, so many shows before. You know what I mean? It just felt kind of cliche at this point.
Also don't know that anyone in real life would be like, yes, this person, my mother, my blood is the same as her blood. Why would I say that, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
The blood thing is stupid.
It is very dumb.
But also, like, she was like, what makes you his mother? That, you know, a judge said so? No, I raised him.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
He's been with me for, like, years now. Like,
we don't know how long, but because all we know is that he's been there.
Yeah.
He grows a lot.
It's been a few seasons, Sheila. Okay.
Yeah. Even the judge saw that Benson would be a good mother.
Exactly.
Right.
Did they rush it? Yes, but it was still legal.
Right. They rushed it not because of you. They rushed it because of Johnny D.
Gosh, did you guys even watch this season?
It's like she doesn't know what's happening. So Noah wakes up, and I love that both of them are like, we're going to protect him.
Yeah.
Benson shoves him outside in the snow.
It's perfect.
It's beautiful. What did you think of that? I was so amused.
Like, I get it, but at the same time, like, we're scared of him running away. You just throw him outside. Like, I don't know. We don't know where he's gonna go.
She knows he wouldn't just run away.
We also know we don't know that he's not gonna bang on the door when he gets back
but
in.
He did. He did bang on the door. I think he's in his PJs and you threw him in the snow. Like, I really would have much appreciated, because something needed to happen to that boy.
Like, go back to your room would have been smarter.
Well, she wanted to keep him away from Sheila.
I guess, but there's a door on both sides. You know what I mean? There's going to be a door between them if they're outside, a door between them if they're in this room.
This is the door that she's controlling. I think that it would have been, like, he's in the snow, he's barefoot, he's in his PJs. I kind of would have liked, like, something to happen so that Benson, like, feels bad about
he, like, gets sick or something?
Yeah, like, even a cold would have been fine.
Sneezes, oh my god, my son!
This is my fault. Or, like, frostbite, loses a toe. You know what I mean? Let's take off a foot. Let's do something to this
This is, like,
child.
the most cracked out episode of SVU.
It just felt, it was weak. It was a weak.
The stakes didn't ever feel high enough, you know, even though the plot was, like, definitely serious. They didn't, like, build the tension enough.
I would have appreciated had like there been more of a we're never gonna find him because the gardener was so like the gardener is what connected us, and I think that if we'd gotten to the point where she bought the box with her card, we knew that she bought the child seat, and then couldn't figure out a way to connect A to B, the stakes would have been higher because she could be anywhere.
Right, we never had too long before we figured out the next step. Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
So anyway, Sheila gets arrested. Noah asks if she's bad. She's a good person who did a really bad thing.
Okay.
What did you think of Dodds in this episode also? Because he, like, was there to tell Benson to stay off the case and then came to check in on her at the end.
He was, like, barely involved, though. I feel like he like, floated. Like, yeah, he was barely in it. Also, you should definitely be monitoring Olivia a little closer. Like, you know she's not going to stay away.
Yeah, so when
when
he tells Finn, like, she should be off the case, he should have then shown up. You know what I mean?
Unless he, like, secretly didn't care. But I feel like he did.
It really felt like he did.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like Olivia's off the case.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. So I would have appreciated him being involved, and it was surprising that he wasn't.
Yeah, he was just kind of there. Maybe there was cut scenes or something, deleted scenes.
Maybe. So Finn says that Benson stayed off the case. Barba and Benson. This is what I felt like they were trying to shove that ship together.
Like a romantic relationship?
Yeah.
Or just like a friendship?
I felt like this is part of the writing team trying to see how audiences feel about a Barba Benson ship.
Okay.
And I feel like, no.
I just have never felt like a romance. I've always just felt like a really hardcore friendship, to be honest with you. I don't know. That's just me, though.
Maybe. So at the end, he checks in on Benson, and everyone is in her house.
Yeah. And he calls them, like, aunt and uncle, which was, like, cute, but also sort of cheesy, I thought.
Yeah. I was thinking about that earlier when she was like, Aunt Amanda and Uncle Sonny are going to take us home, and we're going to get pancakes. I was like, interesting.
Yeah.
But also, Uncle Rafa. I understand that his name is Raphael.
You didn't like, why
like
do you have a problem with that?
I don't like Rafa.
Rafa?
Rafa is not.
You can't really say Raphael, probably, though.
Yeah, but he calls him Raf and Rafa, and I don't like it.
All right. That's your prerogative.
I do not like it. That's Gone, Baby, Gone. So
wait, I want to say one line that I thought was real cute. Because, okay, we don't have that much time with Barbara left. We don't have that much time with Barbara left.
We don't know that.
Okay. But we don't. I like when Noah was talking about the deer, and he goes, in front of you, that's jaywalking. That was such a good line.
Because Barba's the best.
He is.
I love him.
Uncle Rafa.
Uncle Barba would have been fine.
Yeah, that's true.
What I was going to say before I was so rudely
I'm sorry.
correctly interrupted was Gone, Baby, Gone. So the main takeaway is Noah was taken, but he's fine.
Yep. That's the log line of the episode.
Yep. We have some news.
We do have quite a bit of news.
Quite a bit of news.
Quite a bit.
You want to start?
Sure. So we have gotten like a lot of little treats and announcements about season 20. We're kind of really starting to gear up for that. They had a little sort of, not premiere party, but just like a celebration that we're starting to film and it's starting to come together that Mariska posted. Super cute. They have a little cake with 2 X's, which is obviously Roman numerals for, season 20.
It also feels fitting for SVU to have 2 X's.
It does.
Like they should have a third one.
Agreed. I definitely
Or
agree.
it should say sex crimes.
That's very true. And she wore a great green dress. And then just today they released the season 20 poster that is complete fire. It's amazing. It has the whole squad staring into the camera like always. It's pretty great.
The show has always been pretty white.
Yeah.
And it's just getting whiter.
No, that's true. That's the thing that people have been kind of talking about too. That's been sort of a controversy lately.
Yeah, this just makes it look so white.
That's very true. Finn, thank you
just
so much
off
for
to the
being there.
side. Ugh.
Look at that power pose from
Yes,
Mariska, though.
sorry.
We do gotta
She
compliment
looks
that.
amazing. Rollins and Creasy also look good. Finn looks like Finn. I don't understand why Stone's there. With
Yeah,
a
like
shirt
did he
on.
earn this spot?
And he's wearing a shirt. What a waste.
What a waste.
What a waste.
Can you imagine? Did someone Photoshop a shirt off and like have it be so out of place? That'd be hilarious.
I'd watch that show.
Guys, that's your assignment. Please make one of those
please
for us.
make that. Okay, other news? Any other
That's all
news?
for me, but you got some too.
I have news. So we have casting announcement.
Sure do.
So Mark Tallman, yeah, shirtless. Thank you, Jonathan in the booth. So Mark Tallman has joined. He's going to have a recurring role in season 20. He's going to play Gavin Riley, the chief of D's, who's on his way to being governor one day and isn't afraid to step on toes. Ooh. He's looking to make his presence felt and name known.
Awesome.
Here's the thing. He seems really young to be the chief of detectives.
Well, maybe that'll like be part of the storyline, like the youngest chief of detective, whatever. You know what I mean? That'd be cool. I'm here for it.
Also, would love it if he's shirtless.
Yeah, because Yael I specifically told Jonathan to pull up shirtless pics just for Yael.
Well, because he's a very handsome man.
He is. He's very handsome.
So it needed to be done. That's a great photo.
Agreed.
Great photo. So the reason I said speaking of Rise earlier is he was in Rise.
Yes, he was. He was the dad, one of the fathers.
What a dilf. I also know him. He was in Dietland recently, and he was on The Good Fight. So
whoa, he's killing it.
Yeah, and now he's on SVU. So his career
can't get much better than that. Yeah.
Awesome. So we're not going to do predictions.
No.
But we're going to remind you of our beautiful schedule.
Like, we want to make you feel at home. It's like NBC.
Yeah. So we're going to be back on September 6th. That is so far from now.
Yes.
September 6th. And on that day, we will be discussing episode 10, Pathological, episode 11, Flight Risk, which was the inspired by Weinstein. Episode 12, InfoWars, which was inspired by fake news. On September 13th, we're doing Undiscovered Country. That's episode 13. That's the worst episode SVU's ever done.
Yael's so excited.
And we're doing Chasing Demons, which is episode 14. That one has
I don't know where you're going
Cassidy.
with it.
That one has
Thank
Cassidy
you. Okay.
coming back. I was like, what is his name?
I was like, I can't help you. I have no idea what you're talking about. Mayhem.
September 20th, we're doing In Loco Parentis, which is episode 15, and Dare, episode 16. And then September 27th, for those who somehow don't know, mark your calendar, we'll be covering the season 20 premiere that is 2 episodes.
Woo!
And really also very interesting about that date is that is a Thursday. We do our show on Thursdays. Turns out, coming up, SVU will be on Thursdays. So we might be, for the first time in the history of the SVU After Show, doing the After Show the day it airs.
What? That would actually be kind of cool.
I disagree.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see if I can handle it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure on me.
And you got to decompress after some of these and just really think about it.
Yeah, and I like to watch them 15 times before I talk about them.
I feel that.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. It'll be okay. We'll get through this together.
We'll get through this like Noah. We're going to be fine.
We're going to be fine.
Oh, what an episode. We also have our poll.
Yeah, we do. And I'll tell you where to find it in just a second. But this week's poll, Yael doesn't love it. I think it's hilarious.
I don't love the way you chose to do it.
Listen, which out of these is your favorite? We have Gone.
Wait. Before you continue. So usually our polls are like themed. And this one, I understand your theme.
I think it's funny.
But the question is, which of these is your favorite? There are 19 seasons to choose from. What if none of these are my favorite?
Your favorite of the
whatever.
Triple,
go on.
Triple feature.
Go on.
All right. The first one is Gone, season 7, episode 16. It involves Prep Boys, Canadian girl, rape, big shocker.
Donnelly's there.
Casey's there. 2 of my favorite characters. It's a good one.
Stabler was still there.
We have season 10, episode 6, Babes.
What?
We've never talked about all that on the show before. It's the baby's not a slim pair of jeans episode. I'm just gonna leave you with that.
No, Babes is the one with the pregnancy pact. Debbie Mazar's a guest in it. Britt Robinson's a guest in it.
It's iconic. It's amazing.
It may be someone's favorite episode of the show.
I don't know
period.
whose. I don't know who you could be talking about. We also have, of course, Gone Baby Gone this episode. So when I say it all together, you'll get it. Do you like Gone, Babes, or Gone Baby Gone? There are suspiciously similar episodes. It's like a compound word that was split up into two smaller words.
That's the poll.
That's the poll.
Somehow this episode is winning.
When it should be
lot.
Babes, like 100% to zeros, but it's fine.
Gone is losing, and I assume because most people are going, I don't remember that episode.
I mean, it was season 7. Like, I kind of get you, but also be better.
Like, I don't remember season 7 episodes. Anyway, that's the poll. Tell people where they can find it.
You guys can find me and the poll on Twitter at alphabet_and. You can also find me on Instagram at Taylor_Gates_. I host a bunch of other after shows. Sacred Lies on Facebook. Watch every Sunday at 6. And then Younger every Wednesday at 10.
And you'll be back September 6th right here.
I sure will.
I'm Yael Tygiel. I'm everywhere at Yael Tygiel. That's YAELTYGIEL. And if you haven't noticed, Fanversation is doing a bunch of giveaways, plus has a GoFundMe. Check all of those out on Twitter at fan_versation. And I will be back here for September 6th for the new episodes, plus Wynonna Earp after show is on Sundays. I won't be there for a few weeks, but they'll keep doing it without me.
Awesome.
Yeah, see you next week. Nope. See you September 6th.
soon-ish.
I know what I'm doing.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Dun dun.
Oh, you later.